What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Michi Battle, and I'm coming to you today because I read an article that said the Vita is dying. Slowly but surely, it's going to die. They basically called it a failure, which is cool because people are entitled to their opinion. But if they say that, what do they say to this other article that says the Xbox One can learn a lot from the Vita? The article basically says that the Xbox One in Japan is experiencing the same kinds of problems that the Vita is experiencing in America. Yeah, I get that. Because, Japan is basically handheld country, nation, all of that. Um, and over here in the States, this is console territory. So it's hard to thrive as a handheld unless you have Pokemon. Just saying. You ain't selling nothing if you ain't got Pokemon. It's the only place you can play it. You can't play it on the Wii U. You can't play it on the Wii. Well, you can, but you're not gonna like it. You can't play it on the PlayStation anywhere. You can't play it on the Xbox anywhere. The only place you're gonna find some good Pokemon action is on a Nintendo handheld. But that's besides the point. Point is that the article said the same problems that face the Vita in America is what's facing the Xbox One in Japan. Now about that, cure number one, they said for the Xbox One, which I completely and totally agree with, is that the Xbox One has a few titles available to it, and those more AAA titles will lure more people into buying it, hopefully. They don't have the little games that people love. They don't have the little niche titles. They don't have the the indies. And they went on to refer to the PS Vita as the indie station. And as you can see, every time you look around, there's a new kind of indie coming out on the Vita. That's what thrives on Vita. Indies and RPGs. You're not going to get on the Vita and be like, oh, let me get this first person shooter that I can walk around and play on, that I'm going to love. So you're probably not going to like it. You're probably not going to like the fighters that you get on the Vita either. But you can get an RPG and play forever on a Vita. So that being said, what kind of games would the Xbox One have that would appeal to the Japanese crowd? I mean, in retrospect, I think back, a lot of us that played on Xbox, I used to play on Xbox too. Uh, I just don't feel the need to now, but that's a whole nother story. We don't like games where you read. I'm just gonna be honest. The Xbox crowd doesn't really care to read. They just want games they can jump in and play. You see them, they flock to the 2Ks, they flock to the Call of Duties, they flock to the Battlefields, they flock to the Halos. And when was the last time you needed an instruction booklet for any of those type of games? But here with the RPG, not that you need an instruction booklet to play it, but you have to read and follow what goes on. And a lot of us just don't have the patience to read and figure out how to attack this next element. We become lazy as gamers. And I think once Microsoft figures out how to handle that problem, they can figure out how to better tackle the Japanese market. But I'm just saying that's all I have for that. And I'm actually not going to keep you guys too long because I'd hate to waste your time. I can only kill so many people on Dying Light. This is some PS4 gameplay. But I'll let you go with that. If the Vita's a failure in your eyes, then what does that make the Xbox One in Japan?